kind of to like piggyback off of that, like especially now, like I think like everybody's kind of kept their DMs kind of open for everybody to just come in and like make friends. I think like through this time, like people have become more open to talking with people that they don't know in real life and like just starting those connections. So like I think that if you are having like or finding trouble like seeing like not seeing finding like trans friends or people that you could like connect to in that way that like share your struggles, honestly like probably again like what Eli said, just looking for looking for different group chats on Instagram or typing in certain keywords and stuff like that.
Cool. So it sounds like support groups, or rather just like groups online that are supportive, as well as various Instagram pages, social media pages are really the best way to go. Which, yeah, thank goodness for social media is such a weird thing, such as
Yeah.
but it's yeah, I think it's really cool that we have that this time period. Cool. And so, you were starting to touch upon this, the two of you, on this topic, but I'm interested to know as well what are specific challenges around being a trans teen in this time period. Are there specific experiences around transness, around trans identity that you feel are coming up in this time period? So, for example, I've been talking to a whole bunch of people, and I've, particularly for my trans femme friends, I found it interesting where there's some folks are feeling kind of almost okay with the fact that we all have to wear masks. So they're like, well, I don't have to like worry about like facial hair and being misgendered and that sort of thing. But then it's also like, gender is such a social thing. So it's kind of, weird to not have that kind of affirmation on a daily basis. So I'm interested to hear, especially from a transmasculine perspective, which is, not a perspective that I have. I'd love to hear a little bit more about that.
Something
Oh.
for. Oh, sorry. You could go. Go ahead.
I should be like choosing which one to talk about.
All you.
So one thing that I found very struggling. One thing that I've found to be very hard is my medical transition, because I haven't been able to self-administer yet because I'm still learning how to self-administer T-shots. So I still have to go to the doctor to get those administered to me. And so like that means like going on the train and then like actually like going to the doctors where they have to like do like a check like to make sure that you aren't like maybe possibly having the coronavirus or anything like that. Like so that's been very hectic. And then also in terms of trying to go through the process of getting my top surgery, that's been super hard because it's a cosmetic surgery.
Right.
So it's not seen as something that's essential, but like my mental health is very important to me. And for some people, it could be like life or death. So
yeah.
It's a very precarious situation right now.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Something that I found is also within the medical realm. Just like I'm lucky to be on testosterone right now, and that's something that that's been very important to my transition. I know like everybody's different, but definitely being on T has been something that's like been very affirming to me. But I'm definitely on the shorter end. I'm not the tallest guy in the world. So just like meeting with my doctor, I had a meeting with him just the other day, but it was through Zoom. And something that like I couldn't get done is like certain labs that I might need. And it's like, especially because height's something that like needs to be done in a super like short like kind of window of time. It would be nice to be able to get into the doctor's offices and do some of the blood work or labs that I might have to get done.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's been the big thing with me. But I could also totally see where other trans youth, I've been lucky to have a super supportive family, but I could totally see where it could be an issue for other trans kids if they might not have like the most supportive household. You're kind of stuck with the same people throughout this whole time. And if it's not like an affirming or a positive environment, I could see where that would be pretty stressful.
Absolutely. Yeah, y'all raised some really, really great points. And it's stuff that I've been talking about also with like a lot of adult colleagues who work at other nonprofits as well. It's the same, issues all across the board where, we as trans folks, unfortunately, continue to be deemed, second class citizens, third class citizens because of our transness, right? And that like, just y'all are both, saying that we don't get access to like the healthcare that we need because it's deemed superfluous, it's deemed like extra, right? It's not, deemed as like super necessary, right? But as Naima pointed out, like it's life or death for some kids and adults as well. And so it's really, really vital that we have access. And so I'm really happy that y'all are at least getting some support because, it's really important. And especially as an old trans lady, it's nice to know the next generation are thinking about these things and getting the support they all need. So yeah, it's an honor. Thanks for speaking up about that. Neat. Well, we only have another question or two. Another one here is I'm interested to know what y'all are missing really. What are you excited to get back to once quarantine at home is over? Whether it's even going back to school or seeing your friends or what have you.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to, I don't know, a lot of things. I'm really looking forward to just like being able to go outside, and I'm lucky I have like a yard that I could go in, but like go and see my friends, like even just like go on a walk, go get like food, go get like pizza or something with some of my buddies. Like that's something that I totally miss and something that I definitely like took for granted before this. Like even because all the parks are closed, like you're not even able to like go and throw a ball around. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something that I'm gonna miss. I'm really looking forward to doing again.
Something that I'm looking forward to is, sadly, this whole thing kind of hit in the middle of my senior year.
Yeah.
So that means a lot of things are not going to happen, but it's cool because at least then after all this, I get to go to college, and I'm really excited about the college that I'm going to, and I'm excited to just start that already. So yeah, that's what I'm like really looking forward to right now.
Yeah, that's real. I can say that for myself personally, college was one of the most affirming time periods, and I unfortunately didn't get the chance to come out as a teenager because it just wasn't like the safest environment or most supportive environment. But once I got to college, like I really felt like just I could really just be myself, and it was really, really great. But I can also imagine that like during senior year, there's so many things that like like some people may not care about as much, but for some people it might be actually really gender affirming, like prom and graduation and like these other like milestones that like, like adults may look back and be like, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm sure it must feel like a huge deal. So I'm a little curious to know like if you're comfortable, how you're feeling about that, or if there's any other, alternatives that are events or anything that are being put on.
The main thing that they're saying is like they may put it back on like after we like they might like have like a prom after we've graduated or like a official ceremony after we graduate, but I don't know. I don't want to be a college student going back to my high school graduation or like my high school prom. I'd rather just take the L and kind of move on.
Sure. Well, you didn't hear it from me, but I know in GFP we were talking about for Pride Month, what are some ways that we can like celebrate each other a little bit during Pride Month. And so, definitely like ask your friends and stuff who are also in the groups and in sessions and stuff and see if, if y'all have any ideas, definitely let us know because we're super happy to, we're here for you and we're definitely here to support the needs of really all trans youth. And so, whether it's like let's all have like a silly queer prom together or something online, who knows? I don't know, but I think staying connected is really more important than ever, and so I'm really glad to hear all these strategies that y'all have shared in terms of how you're dealing with things. So yeah, I guess we're trying to keep this pretty brief. So if you have any other final thoughts, I'd love to hear any final messages you have to say, to your fellow trans folks.
Stay safe, stay inside.
Yeah.
Social distance. 'Cause I'm trying to have a summer.
Big
So-
news. Very real.
Yeah, similar sentiments.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much, Eli and Naima, for being here with me. And again, like as a as a trans adult, like it's really this is my favorite part of the job, is being with y'all and hearing you're both so really eloquent and intelligent about these things, and just really what an honor. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and hope you'll have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You too.
Cool. Thanks so much.